Oh my god. Ah, double oh my god. Ah. Corridor. Alright, this is a new location. Oh, this is probably where I get the owl ghoul shit. Or at least how I get some owl ghoul shit. I can't lie, there's probably a billion freaking mechanics and nuances and quests and whatnot that I'm missing out on and trying to play through this game with. Especially seeing as I'm playing on normal mode, where some of those are basically not required. Ah. Wait, have I been here before? Ah. Hello. That's a lot of mixes. Hey, I was off. I don't know why. Lionhead spider cultists. Okay. I think I see where this is going. Oh, hi. Yeah. But yeah, all that to say too, I feel like most of the fun of this game really lies in finding the things that are new than they do in the finding... I don't know, I'm terrible at explaining it. I'm gonna make this a little longer just to see if anything picks up with the crypts. Because I won't lie, I think that this might end up being my final video of the series. I've just not really been having that much of fun with it. And what fun I have been having of it is mostly just exploring dungeons and new areas. So I feel more or less like I'm stuck trying to follow these very vague quests like go to the sewers. Try to find and talk to Shani. Okay, cool. I can't talk to her because her old lady won't let me into her goddamn house. And on top of that, when we're outside, she won't talk to me while she's at work, and she won't talk to me while she's on her way from or to one house or to her work. What am I supposed to do now? I suppose I could theoretically come back to her when I wasn't, you know, drunk, but still. Oh my god, you are... The strength? There we go. Good lord. And of course, some of you just don't even have money. Well, it sounds like that there's a nasty creature in here somewhere. Well, that's a dead end. Oh yeah, am I complaining that the game hasn't just explicitly told me, hey, go here, talk to this person, do this random thing? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a lot of it, honestly. But at the same time, I feel completely lost when it comes to pretty much any and all the quests. Wait, am I using the silver sword? I am using the silver sword, aren't I? Yep, I'm using the silver sword. No. There we go. Honestly, I can live with this combat system. It's a decent enough combat system. Sure, it's simple, but it gets the job done. I think one of the other problems with it is that it just keeps on... It does keep on trucking, I suppose, if that makes any sense too. That's a weird way to put a dart, I know, but it's about the only way I can think of to put it at the moment. Hello. Diamond, King, and Queen Bomb. Which I can't even freaking use. Okay. One second. Pop one of these. Why not? Wait, that did a thing, or at least it said it did a thing. Microphage oil. I really should have just tossed those into the goddamn. Goddamn, you say. The goddamn, I say. Oh yeah, a whole lot of the time when it comes to these games, the fun for me is exploring the new areas. Even if some of the enemies just end up being the same old I've been fighting for like hours on end. Oh my lord, please die. There we go. Then I guess there's just some other clunky things. Like, I can only carry the one dagger or one side tool. I can't even go and freaking pick up a bunch of other ones. Which seems like something not to really complain about because it makes sense. But at the same time, in this game, it is so hard to make money that I basically just said, fuck it, and gave myself the money, which is not something I really want to do in these games. That's going to be bad. I'm also fighting off some sort of a nasal problem. I don't know, I guess it is just a case of the game's a bit clunky. But it's not the gameplay clunk that is driving me away, it's the freaking how the story is presented and how the quests are presented clunk that's driving me away. Doesn't help too that it does seem like everyone in the Witcher universe seems like a dick. Alright then. I got a lot of buffs going on right now. What's going on? Igni Intensity, Blessing of Fire, Tawny Owl. Cat. Is that it? I say, is that it? Like I didn't just cleave through a score of men. With all of them leaving behind a buttload of daggers and stuff that I can't pick up because of inventory space, which, okay. Okay, there's gotta be something to this room then. I hear the nasty, gnarly creatures. There's nothing else to interact with, although I did see some red text over here. Ah, there you are. Nope, that's just back to that lifeless air one. God damn it. I won't lie, I thought I was getting into something new now that I had the ability, had come down here to this crypt. Like a new step in a quest that I've already got. Unless I can open one of these with... Yeah, no, thought not. I do. I feel like I have no leads, but at the same time, I know that all the information that is currently being given to me is supposed to help me go and do the things that I need to go and do. The clunk to me is not the gameplay. The clunk to me is the quests and how they're provided to me. Especially with the sudden, oh, BT dubs, you now have to go and... If that's... Okay, I thought those were like European design helms or something. See, this wall is suspicious. But all I got to go on is my suspicions. I think I'm just gonna leave. I was expecting owl ghouls down here so I can at the least finish off one of the other quests. I mean, unless I can do something with this totem pillar thing. Odd. I wasn't able to fire when I was looking up. Witchers can't magic up. Then this goes here, and then you respawn. I'm not coming back down there. Oh, wrong sword again. Thank you. And dying. That's the cocktree slayer. Let's just go leave this place. I have nothing anymore. All my fucks to give have been expired. Please leave me alone. Thank you. Yeah, let's just leave. I just feel irritated is my thing right now. I just really feel irritated and lost in this game, and I hate that sensation. And again, I have tried to take a look through the strategy guide and whatnot to be all like, where the hell am I supposed to go? But every single time that I look at that thing, it's just like a spider's web of, hey, if you do this, you're going to affect this in a later chapter. Which, okay, cool. Just tell me how the hell to do the thing, not what the hell it's going to affect later on down the line. I want the information about the here and now, not the later. I'm just gonna rant while I'm in here for a bit. Oh, hi.
Who's there?
Just a witcher.
Just?
Geralt, greetings.
What happened?
A show of force. They smashed a window and packed 3 bolts in Coleman's gut. Used dispersive bolt heads. A Havkar speciality. And highly illegal.
Who killed him?
Damn Scoia'tael. Now folk will call him a good man, saying how he helped old ladies. A sense of pogrom approaching. The damn shits threw up a list of enemies, and they've begun eliminating them without regard for the consequences.
Why Coleman?
Anger? Revenge? Some elven youth probably overdosed. A note on one of the bolts read, White Death Trader. He was selling Fistech to kids, cheaper than anyone else. And you know how addictive it is.
I'm surprised they acted in town.
They feel strong now they've got arms. Some fool did business with them. I suspect Harren Brog. What terrible times.
Fragmenting tip. Enters the stomach as 1, exits the back as 3, mincing the internal organs. Hawker's specialty. Useless against armored soldiers, the tips burst on the surface of even the lightest armor. They're used to kill civilians, for show, as a cruel warning. I know where the weapons that killed Coleman came from. I need to avoid those situations, remain neutral, not get involved.
I have come into this goddamn place so many times to talk to Coleman specifically for the information about point blank shot that would have even killed an ox. I don't know, I'm just Yeah. Rooms.
Room?
5.
Always find it weird that terrible guy here is right there and can do shit, but okay. I genuinely don't care anymore. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna call this a Let's Play series. I have no problem with how the gameplay is. I mean, okay, the combat can be a little bit clunky, a little bit slow at times, and sometimes just feel downright unfair because if a creature is human or not human, okay, cool, can I swap out my sword? If said creature, or what I have to do for said creature to fight against them, the different styles, the potions, the magics, that's all well and good. I could really get into the system like that, but it is slow. It is clunky to try to work around that, but it's an intrigue for the system to play through. I have no problem with how the combat works. I have no problem with going around finding herbs. I just kind of wish that A, the oils were oils and potions and whatnot were just a little bit more plentiful in use. It's like, what if I use for the potions that explicitly feels like I needed to use them? Maybe the healing potion every so often, which is a slow healing potion, by the way. Cat is invaluable because I need to see things, and most of the time, whenever the hell I'm in a situation where I suddenly am in need of a cat potion, I didn't have a cat potion. Part of that's my own damn fault, but regardless. And just otherwise, it's all a matter of whether or not you have the tool or the potion or the oil and whatnot for the right job. So far, we've only really faced off against the likes of, you know, undead creatures here and there, drowners, weird leech creatures, plants. We've faced a cockatrice, which is probably one of the more mystical of the creatures when I think about it. And sure, there is a section in the swamp where there's a bunch of wyverns, and I could go slaying a bunch of wyverns. I got no real incentive for it, except, you know, maybe experience points at this point, because what I can harvest from them, none of the potions feel like they're that useful, other than just rather just use my sword. And maybe a higher difficulty would make it so as more potions would be invaluable, but then I have to balance the toxin mechanic, because if I drink too many potions, then I suddenly get poisoned, and then I'm basically just going to die anyways. And yeah, there is a ingredient, there is a potion to alleviate that, a formula to alleviate that, but that's besides the point too. Because at the moment, on normal difficulty, I don't feel like there's a need to use the potions and formulas all that much. Especially seeing as there's also going to be bombs later on, but I don't have the ability to make the bombs just yet, but that's besides the point. There is an ability to grind in this game, but it also feels like it's a weak ability to grind. I could go out and grind the ever-loving crap out of the areas in order to get to what I think is going to be level 30 up here, but that would take so long, and the only real thing that I would benefit from it would just be getting a bunch of ingredients for potions, or I can sell those ingredients to make money. And that brings me to another gripe. Money making is bullshit. The quests barely give you anything. The stuff that you can loot off of enemies, it barely also gives you anything. And the one things that would give you something, which are the sidearms, the daggers, the torches, the swords, the maces, you could pick those up and bring them to a smith. But lo and behold, you have very little inventory space to even do that, because you have your fighting sword, you have your witcher sword, and then you have the two sub weapons that you can use. I more than often will just use the swords and save those slots for, I don't know, picking up a dagger and to sell it to a dude. I'd rather just have more inventory space to pick those up so I can make money, because again, money feels so scarce in this, when I feel like that I need to learn every single thing, every potion, every ingredient, every monster is like $100 at minimum. And then you sell shit for only like 30, 20, and a good old big old stack of alchemical ingredients, that will get you 50. That's one of the reasons why I held on to those goddamn Argus heads for so long, because I knew that they were going to be fruitful. I knew they were going to give me money, and I knew I was going to need money. Little did I know that the like 60 that I had was not going to be enough. That gave me like maybe $300, which was enough for a book for like 5 potions or something. and it drives me nuts. Another thing that I really do like as a mechanic is these runes and the meteorite stuff. This will allow you to upgrade or get new meteorite swords and silver swords. Cool, that's awesome. Do you know how rare those are? You get like one rune of each type in every chapter. So the sun and earth rune, yeah, no, those are just going to sit in my inventory until I find them in the next chapter, and then the next chapter. And then only like in chapter 4, if I can find a freaking blacksmith, can I use those. So they're just piling up in my inventory. Why? Sure, it leads me to something that I can wait for, but at the same time, they're just sitting in my inventory now. It's the buildup of stuff that just isn't useful until you come to a certain point. That is irritating me so much. It is driving me insane. And then finally it does come back around to how the hell the quests are presented. This journal is plentiful. It's a lot of information to dig into, with all the ingredients and how the hell things work and the glossaries and the locations and the monsters. I love this because it provides so much goddamn information. Anything and everything that I should need to know is in here somewhere. It's trying to sift through it and being all like, yes, this is the information I need, or oh, this is the location where I can find these monsters and such and such. And yeah, we have character blogs and whatnot, It's the quests that drive me absolute batshit. Because a whole lot of the time, it does not show you the steps that you've already taken in this quest. So yeah, while I probably could be all like, oh, this is what I did with Thaler. If I'm at a point where I can't do anything further with Thaler, and I go off to do a billion other quests, and then I come back to this with new information in hand, then it's just going to be stuck on here, going like, okay, what did I do to get to this point again? Which boggles my mind. And just how these quests are sometimes presented, and God help me, the resolutions of some of these quests. Like, no joke, when I saved the Elven Lady within that one room with the whole haunting thing, quote unquote, and it was just bandits, I didn't know it was going to lead to a sexy time. Like, at all. I thought we were going to go back to the elf lady and be all like, hey, how's it going? Oh, learning Elven? Sure, that'd be cool. And learn Elven. That's not what happened. We just bumped uglies. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my whole how I like to enjoy my adventures, but the sex does nothing for me. The nudity does nothing for me. I'm here for an adventure. I'm not here for tits and ass. And I think that's just kind of how I feel about Witcher as a whole. I know that that's one part of the appeal of the story is all the dark macabre that is, surrounded by racism and people hating one another and whatnot. And no one party is right, no one party is wrong. And then they just hide it behind the veil of the audience wanting TNA. I feel like I'm just irritated with this game a whole lot based on its quests and how they work and how they lead up to it. Because a whole lot of the times, what had happened here when I had entered the inn happens. Where I'll enter a situation and then suddenly, oh, a thing happened. You've been here like 20 other times at this exact same time, and nothing happened then, but it happened now. At what point did I need to come here? Because I came here during all sorts of times during the evening, and nothing happened. And now that guy's dead, and now I feel like that is just a dead-end quest. Unless it's not, must interrogate the witness. Clay pits. Let's return to Vosk. Oh, right, I gotta return to Voska. And then the whole Sephiroth thing, which... Oh, I kind of felt like I was nearly done with this chapter until I saw this quest. 3 out of the 10 Sephiroth. I felt like I was somewhere done with this goddamn quest. Or with this goddamn chapter. And then this popped up, and it's like 10 more steps I had to make. Where even are you on the quest? Hospital? Whatever, I don't care anymore. It's just bogged me down so hard with things that I genuinely do not care about. To a point where I'm just like, I'm done? I wish I could enjoy it more. And that sucks, because I like what's presented in the system. I like what's presented in most of the story of no one being right, or no one being more right than other people, and no one being wrong compared to other people. But then they just... It feels like I have so much information jumbled in my head about other characters. I don't know if I can bring myself to care more when other characters are going to get introduced to me. So yeah, the guy Coleman, the one that was shot to death, yeah, that's about how I feel right now. So I'm gonna bring this Let's Play to an end. Maybe at some point when I've gathered a little bit more care for how the quests progress, I can bring myself to play this. Or maybe I'll skip this one altogether and just shoot over to Witcher 2. I don't know. But I'm going to call it a Let's Play here. It's irritating to me that I have to drop it after so long, but... Anyways, thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you all had enjoyed this series as much as I enjoyed it to a point. I just can't bring myself to push myself through any more of this game, as it irritates me. If you at least like this series, or as far as I got into it, consider dropping a like, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff helps out the channel immensely. Lets you know whenever the hell I upload any other content, which currently at this point is 3 times a day, 6 days a week, because I have no life. And if you want to support the channel in a financial fashion, I have a bevy of links down in the description below. Every little bit helps, keeps a roof over my head, food in my belly, and goes to upgrading my PC and getting games for the channel whenever I have the extra dosh. I hate dropping this series like nearly halfway through it, but I have to. I'm just not having fun with this game anymore. Thank you everyone so very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next adventure. Take care. Cheers.